G'day. Thank you for your comment. But look, let's get real here, okay? There's about a dozen people standing at the governor's gates, right? Now, give me 12,000 people at each governor's gate and let's see what happens. But what we've got, sadly, in Australia and New Zealand are folks that are nothing more than paper-pushing pansies. Petition here, social media whinge post over there, click like on something, but so few with the backbone to actually front up. Now, I've been telling you all about the Australian Constitution, point 7, point 15, last sentence, and point 16, the place that you have to stand and surround your state governors. It's your last lawful and peaceful solution. It actually requires you just fronting up, just standing there. What could be more easy than that? It's a basic military tactic. You want to win a war, then you've got to surround the enemy. If you live in a Commonwealth country, step one is knowing who your enemy is. Well, your enemy are your state governors, as they appoint every politician, every judge, every high-ranking bureaucrat. They have to give royal assent to any legislation, whether it passes a parliament or not. And if you're not happy with any legislation that an abusive parliament has passed, then you simply go to the governor's gate and inform them that they are not to give royal assent to that particular legislation. That's the Westminster system. I didn't make the rules, but that's how it works, folks. Enough with the paper-pushing pansies. Like, seriously, we live in a lawless country. These people aren't going to remove themselves, and the only people that have the power to remove an abusive parliament are your state governors. Now, all I can do is put the truth in front of you. What you decide to do with that truth ultimately is up to you. But me, I'd had enough of paper-pushing petition pansies years ago. You know, we got Julian Assange sitting in a jail without charge for years and years and years. You know that's wrong. I know it's wrong. Where are you? Why aren't all the supporters of Julian Assange at the gate instructing the state governors to make sure that guy's released by sundown? That's all that's required. You know, and as for, yes, there's been a dozen of us standing at the gates for 2.5 years. Yes, there has. Now, the question I have for you is, where are you? Do you really expect a dozen people can carry a nation of 26 million? But yous all want to sit around and waffle in your ignorance. Oh, boo-hoo, social media post, boo-hoo. It's not working, is it? Like sitting at home, being a keyboard warrior, that's not working, is it? But it's a whole different ballgame when you actually find your backbone to front up, isn't it? You know, I mean, you get two blokes squaring up in a pub, right? Do they stand there and survey the crowd and go, oh, do I have the support of the crowd? Can I get a petition? Shall I serve an affidavit? No. When things get to a point where they are no longer tolerable, you have to stand and deal to it. So rather than being a naysayer, how about you step up and be part of the solution? How about you take a trip to your governor's gate on a Saturday, arrive there about 9:30 and have a conversation with the other people that are standing there? You might be surprised what you learn. You might be surprised at how powerful it is to actually use your voice to instruct your governor. Do something positive that requires your presence. Don't be a naysayer. That's the coward's way. But fronting up on the doorstep, in the trench, that takes courage. Give it a go. You might surprise yourself of what you're capable of. So make that your goal. We want 12,000 people at the gates of every state governor across Australia. You deciding to share this post You deciding to have the conversation about the Sydney Grammar Schools Act of 1854, which happened 46 years before the Constitution. Your Constitution was written by Masons, Sir Samuel Griffith, Barton and the rest of them. Start having the conversation about the militia army that resides in your district, whose first line of defence is to silence you, and that's your local Freemason lodge. That's the one common denominator globally. In every district, upon every land on the planet. And they are a militia army of filth. Now, they're not going to remove themselves. You're going to have to front up. So come along. You might surprise yourself at how powerful your presence is. So come on, step into your power. No more whinging. We're not doing any more paper-pushing pansy petitions. No, we live in a lawless country. It's up to you and me to step up and deal to it. So let's get it done. Come on. Saturday, 10 a.m. Bring all your mates.